Okay, so we've just finished our map function, our map class, sorry. So now we're going to go on and we're going to finish the game 1 class. We're going to get everything ready for adding in our forms, because we can add the forms, we can add in opening the forms, but if the forms don't have any values or any information to change, then there's not really any point in having them, because it's not going to do anything. So the one thing we want to do here is we want to declare a state enum. I'll explain this in a second. Okay, so that's public enum state. The two things we want to have here are play and freeze. Those should be in capitals. Should remember that. Okay. The reason we're going to use this is because when we open a form, we want to stop taking input from the game itself. We don't want the game to keep drawing tiles and stuff while we're manipulating the form. So that's what we need that for. We're going to use that to check whether we should be taking input from the form and drawing to the form, or drawing to the game. Sorry. So we want to declare the state of the application. So most of these things are going to be public static because we want to manipulate them from the form. It's easier to do it like that. So at the start we want it to be playing, so that's fine. Then what else do we want to declare? Declare some globals. We'll declare a boolean to find out whether we're going to quit or not. We don't really need it, but it's nice to have it in. It could be useful for other things that you might want to add in yourself. So we also want to declare file names. These are for all different files that we're going to be using. So we need to know the map file name, the map name, the load file name, tile sheet name, all that. So I'm just going to copy these down, then I'm going to put the variable names in a second. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. One of them's going to be map name. One of them's going to be the file name. One's going to be the load file name. And the last one is the tile sheet file name. After that, we want to declare a variable to hold the drawable layer. And this is how we're going to find out whether which layer we're actually drawing to, where we're getting our input from. Drawable layer. Okay, so we want that to equal 0 at the start. Other things we need to declare the map itself. So declare a map, and we're just going to call that map. This is going to be public static as well. We want to declare the map and tile dimensions. I'm just copying these over because it's taking too long to type them out. So that's just map height, map width, tile height, tile width. Great. So now we want to declare the selected tile number. Then we want to declare our textures that we're going to use in the whole thing. We also want to declare input states. which are the mouse state and keyboard state, and we also want to declare a basic font because we're going to show the player or the user which layer they're actually drawn on. So we want to initialize the map. So you may think that this is going a bit fast and we're covering a lot, but it really has to go this fast. Map height, tile width, tile height. Okay. So what else do we need to do? We need to load our textures. I'm sure you've all done that a lot of times anyway, so I'm just going to skip over that. And we're actually going to create a Sprite font here because there's no point in loading it if it's not there, so it's a new item. Get through this as quick as possible. And just call it basic. It's basic font. Okay, so we're going to load that in as well, and that's loaded in pretty much exactly the same as the textures. Okay, now down in the update we're going to actually change quite a bit. I'm going to change this to quit. So if quit's true, then exit. What we want to do is we're going to change the title of the window. So that's just updating this.window.title equals map editor and then the map name after that. What we want to do is update the actual selected tile. So this is just getting the new keyboard state. If the selected tile is less than map.tileset.count -1, so if it's less than the highest number, then you can use the up key to increase the tile, or the down key to lower it if it's greater than 0, that is. We also want to get input from the mouse. So if we are actually playing and the tile sheet does not equal null, so there's a tile sheet and we're actually using it, we're not in a form or anything, we haven't got any forms open, then we select the drawable layer and then we draw that layer. Okay, so then we want to update the current mouse state. Then we want to update the user input from the mouse. So this is just going to be the scroll values from the WASD keys. So the last thing we need to do is update the keyboard state. We should actually put that in here underneath the mouse. Okay, these are just to check whether keys are being constantly pressed or not. So you need to compare them to the last frame. So if they're not held in the last frame, then they haven't been pressed before. So the only thing now to change is the draw function. And we've already begun the sprite batch call, so we want to draw the map bounds, and this is what we're using that pixel for. This is going to be our map background, so we can actually see how big the map is supposed to be, the limits of the map if you want. And that's moved around with WASD. So we're using that pixel texture. That's 1 pixel, just black, that's it. And then we create a new rectangle for the bounds, make it the same size as the tile height minus the draw offset, and then there you go, that's the height and the width, and the colour is just the normal colour. Also what we want to do is display the tile that we're actually on over the mouse, so that if the tile sheet isn't null and the drawable layer does not equal 2, then we want to draw that. So that's pretty much all we want to do for this time.